Now the step 2 is to add parties. Now parties we are talking about billing parties or ordering parties here. So each party will represent one invoice. Now when you come to this step 2, my recommendation is that you always use the prefill parties button first. So we'll see why that is in a minute. So let's go ahead and click that, prefill parties. Now when you do that, it brings up a screen with the 3 tabs. Now prefill means you simply want to get the list from someplace else other than adding one party at a time manually. Now we can get the parties from, first of all, from case. If this case, Lee versus Junk Motor, happens to be a managed case where case manager has entered all the parties in advance, then I'll be seeing those party names here. Well, unfortunately, this case is not a managed case, and like any other 99% other cases, it will be blank, which will be the typical. Now the next tab, from job, at minimum, you will always have the scheduling party listed here, and or any other parties that scheduling department has entered at the time of scheduling from the notice, for example. Now the third tab, from previous turn-in, it'll list all the parties who ordered previously on this case. Now this job being the very first job on this particular case, now we will not have anything here. But the second job will, in a minute, do a turn-in. Now we'll see the parties' names come up here. So when you bill and use the prefill parties button for the first time on this case, at least you will get the scheduling party from job tab. So always go group from job and check the scheduling party and leave these 3 check boxes down here checked as defaults, and we'll explain that in a minute what those boxes mean. So with a check, and then simply go save and close. Now when you do that, you will notice a couple things here. First of all, system will automatically generate an invoice and issue an invoice number, which is a sequential automatic invoice numbering. And then in the quadrant number 3, even though you haven't done anything there, you will see an order for that attorney appears automatically. So in a sense, the step 2 and step 3 always go hand in hand. It's not something you do separately. When you do step 2, it'll automatically add the step 3. Well, now I only got the scheduling party, so at this time I will go ahead and use the new button, the plus sign, to add additional parties. In this case, I just have one more attorney on the plaintiff side ordering a copy. So let's go new, and next to the sold to contact, you hit the binoculars and pull up an attorney's name. Let's say Mr. Stephen Pettit is the one ordering this copy, and then you tell RB whether Stephen Pettit is the one ordering the transcript, but are you also billing him, or are you billing insurance company or third party? In this case, let's go ahead and make it same as a sold to. So we are not only sending the product to Mr. Stephen Pettit, we are also sending the invoice to the Stephen Pettit. Okay. Now everything else here will be automatic, including the witnesses that are selected here, because there's only one witness, so it will automatically be selected. At this time, simply save and close. So far, we have 2 parties, Daniel Berg and Stephen Pettit, and that also created the 2 orders in quadrant number 3.